Hi everybody, this is Design and Technology, and today I'm going to be revisiting the tutorial on manipulating shapes. One of the viewers was asking about moving it on the, I think it was the ZY axis and on the ZX axis. I might be wrong about what was the specific request, but today I'm just going to go over everything and we'll see how that turns out. So the very first thing is, let's look over here at these icons. This one's a really good one. This brings you back, if you're changing the view, the house brings you back to the home view. You can zoom in, zoom out. If you don't have a mouse to use, I use a mouse. It's a given. Even if I'm using a laptop, I always use a mouse when I'm 3D designing. It really simplifies things. And then also there is switch to flat view. This one's really hard on the eyes. I prefer, of course, the other one. This one will focus on a specific point. So if there was something that was outside of the center, let's say we put it over here, we hit that button, it'll bring us to that point. Let's go back in the center. One thing that sometimes we forget is that we can group and ungroup. So up here you have group and next to it ungroup. You have to select what you're going to work on and you can ungroup it. In this case I see that my block is not perfect. So I'm going to change the parts to it so that it is equal in length, width, and height. So it's more of a cube. So I can punch in the numbers if I want. We're going to go with 40 millimeters, and this side will be 40 as well, and we'll go and increase this one, and finally let's do the height to 40 as well. There you go. There we have a cube. Now this is not centered, so what we need to do is use the align button, and you'll notice that you get 9 points. You have the height at 3 points, and of course it'll be at the top point of the cylinder on the inside, and then there's the X and the Z. So this is the Y, this is the X, and that's the Z. And if you click on them, it centers everything that you had selected, so it's right in the middle. In our case, we don't want the cylinder to be in the middle, we want it down flat at the bottom. So we look this way, it's now right in the center, and we're going to group it. Now we can manipulate it again if we want to shorten it or increase it. It's entirely up to you. Now here comes the interesting part. So the viewer wanted to know, how do we move it back and forth? Well, moving it the X and Z axis is pretty simple. It's just back and forth, or this could be the Z and Y. And then what we could do is, there's a cylinder, this cone. If you want to lift it up, it goes this way, and that will that'll restrict you actually from going up and down, and it'll tell you what the height is off of the base plate. Okay, so that was 5 units up for 5 millimeters, and this is now 0, and you can also go negative. If I want to place it in any location, I can move it around using the left button on the mouse. I could also use a ruler. Now the ruler is pretty interesting too. I like using that sometimes. It does give me all of the dimensions so I could see it, and you can then change it pretty quickly. So now what if we wanted to rotate? Well, rotation works with these units. With these, not units, but they're like little icons. And there are 3 of them for all 3 planes. If I wanted to rotate it, there's 2 parts to it. There's the interior, which will snap into place at specific points, or on the outside, it's by single degrees. And you use the right button on the mouse to change the position of the base plate. Right mouse button is for base plate, and the left one allows you to manipulate the position of the block. I'm going to try this rotation. See, here's 90 degrees, but I can also go 75, 76. It's very helpful to be able to do that. And of course, we'll rotate the other way. 45 degrees. We'll lift it up. We can also rotate it this way. And that'll stay on the point. There you have it. It looks off center. You can always change that. Brilliant. So if you have any questions, please comment down below and I will try to answer them as best as possible. There's probably other stuff that I've missed, and I'm more than happy to create a video to provide you with some support. So leave a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. You've been watching Design and Technology. Have yourself a great day.